Good morning, guys. A new day. I am forgetting even how many days we are confined now. 35? 30? No one? So, it's a good day. It is sunny. The birds are singing. And it's the 34th day, I think. We are losing the count. It's Friday, so it's going to be our 5th week at home. And yesterday I finished the proofreading of the first Jill's book club episode. I enjoy it. It's a good way to stay on confinement and being happy. You listen an episode of 1 hour longer or 90 minutes longer. It's very difficult to get focused for 90 minutes on this episode. It's impossible. Your brain is going to go away, sure. So there are a part of the episode that you are going to lose, so you need to listen it again and again, hoping your brain is not going to be tired at the same precise moment every time, because in this case you are going to lose all the time parts of the episode. Also, it is difficult to remember certain difficult words you have not understood. You don't have time. The episode is going boom, 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 and your brain is not taking notes to remember these things. While proofreading, you have the time to look up in the dictionary for any word, idiom, or whatever. And I think it's a good way to learn vocabulary. And not only vocabulary, sometimes geography, when they speak about countries, places, cities, history. So you can learn more deeply through the episodes by proofreading transcription. That's why I ask people to join the team to make more and more transcripts, because the more we have, more you are going to be able to read them while listening and take your time to investigate about the things they are speaking about. Because of course we can improve our listening, but we need to see the spelling of the words, because English is very difficult because that. This morning I was watching a video, Paul video he did 2 days ago. He was laughing because there was a place near London, and there was a W in the spelling word, but he said, we don't pronounce this W. Nobody knows. And there is a W. We say, I know, because there is a W. We don't say, I know. I know. So it's a strange that there is a W, and in this case, it doesn't exist. And he was laughing because the French people, when they pronounce this word, or Spanish people, we are going to say, Washington, for example. Here there was a company, it was the Westinghouse. It was a W, Westinghouse. It was the name of the company. It is still there, the company. So in this word, I don't remember the word, the TW was mute, and he was laughing about that. So that's why I think the transcripts are important for us. Luke cannot make a transcript. He's a comedian, he's an artist, he's a teacher, but he's an artist before a teacher, I think. When he speaks about his youth, you can see that his soul is the soul of an artist. That's why he cannot. So he like to express what he's thinking. And even when he has a text, he don't respect the text. He doesn't respect the text. So it's not so easy to follow his transcript. He skip, he jump, he come back. So I remember when I started listening to this podcast, my English was not enough to understand him. So when there was the transcript he has in his website, some transcript, I had the text, and I was lost. So I thought, oh my God, I cannot understand. I was completely lost. So he was, later I noticed that in fact he was jumping. Because he knows about what he's going to speak, and sometimes he doesn't respect the text. And he comes back to the text a little bit later. But as a beginner, you are completely lost. And you think, oh my God, I am very bad. How come I was following the text and all of a sudden you are lost. So that's why I after 1 year, I decided I was going to try to transcribe. And later, the idea to make a team and the idea to continue doing it, asking people to do it, is what I am doing now. And that's why when I am proofreading more than transcribing, is when I notice that I can enjoy it much better and I can learn much more about the English stuff. So people, this is my way to pass my confinement. When I am not on confinement, the other day, before that, I was doing the same thing. The only thing is that from time to time, if I want to buy chocolate, I wear my clothes and I went to the shop to buy chocolate. Now I need to wait until the shopping day. So the only thing, or sometimes I say, I'm going to visit my neighbor once every month. So people, it's the only thing I was going to say today, that it's sunny, some clouds. It is, yes, I wanted to say something. I was, yesterday, every day I saw the figures about the infected people, the death, and all of a sudden, I discovered that the figures we are publishing in the world is only the people who die at the hospital about coronavirus. The governments are not counting the people who die at home. The homeless people who die in the street, they are not counted. And the people who die in the nursing home, they don't count these people in these figures. Spanish figures, French figure too, I think I have heard, don't count all these people. So I read that to the 19,000 deaths, we need to add 80,000. 8,000. So the problem is that the people who die out of the hospital, they don't know really if they are dead because of the coronavirus. So there are people who have a heart attack and that's it. Other disease like or maybe only the flu, like in the past people die because of the flu. So because they don't know and they don't have time to analyze these bodies, they decide to count only the hospital death. But since we are confined, in fact, there are 19,000 people dead by the coronavirus and 80,000 that we don't know if it is the coronavirus or not. So, the Chinese people, it's a joke. No, it's not a joke, but it seems a joke. They have added 1,000-ish people to the 3,000-ish people they announced, while some people think they are over 100,000 people who died, because there was thousands of people waiting for their death. You know, their box with the crematorium. In the crematorium, they were waiting for their box, thousands of people. So some people, they say that maybe 100,000 in China, but they have added 1,200-ish. So people, that's it for now. See you 34th. Oh my God.